In this video, I want to give you my analysis of the Army recruitment poster for the United States called I Want You for U.S. Army by James Montgomery Flagg. He painted it in 1917 or thereabouts, and it was used as a recruitment poster for World War I and also World War II. About 3 years before James Montgomery painted I Want You for U.S. Army, the British used a recruitment poster called Lord Kitchener Wants You, painted in 1914 by Alfred Leete. As you can see in this recruitment poster, Lord Kitchener is pointing at the viewer, just like Uncle Sam is in I Want You for U.S. Army. James Montgomery Flagg was said to have used his own face as a model for Uncle Sam in the poster I Want You for U.S. Army, so I want to take a look at a couple of early photographs of James Montgomery Flagg, which I think he used in his poster. This first photograph of James Montgomery Flagg was taken around 1900, about 17 years before the recruitment poster was made. There's a facial resemblance, and they also are looking directly at the viewer with a somber expression. The bow tie stands out, and the collars of the suits are similar in both the photo of Flagg and the I Want You poster. Flagg's hairline has a slight curve, like the lower brim of Uncle Sam's hat. This next photograph of James Montgomery Flagg was taken in 1917, the same year, supposedly, as the poster being created. Flagg is going to an illustrator's party here, and the references to this photo are so exact that I'm pretty sure that this photo was taken before Flagg drew the I Want You for U.S. Army poster, but see for yourself. The facial features and the eyebrows are more similar here than in the 1900 photograph. The white pointed collars resemble the white pointed stars on Uncle Sam's hat. The V-line of the tops of the left and right shoulders are very similar. Flagg wore striped pants to the party, another part of the U.S. flag. I really think this photo was taken by Flagg earlier and referenced in the I Want You poster. The right hands have the same angle of view of their fists as well. The next part of my analysis is a secret technique that I think master artists have used for centuries, which I call multi-referencing. When an artist takes small parts from several works of art by another artist and incorporates these parts into a single artwork. That I call multi-referencing. And this is only my opinion. This is not in any books. But see for yourself and see if you agree with me. In the I Want You for U.S. Army poster, James Montgomery Flagg multi-referenced the Spanish artist Bartolome Esteban Murillo, in my opinion. I will show you several Murillo paintings next to Flagg's poster and point out the more obvious references. But also know that I think Flagg referenced as many Murillo paintings as he could when he created his poster. You can find other examples of Murillo's paintings in the website Wikimedia Commons. The most obvious reference to Murillo's art in the I Want You poster is the painting El Joven Guerrillero, or in English, The Young Cockfighter, painted around 1660 by Murillo. It's in a private collection. As you can see, the young boy is pointing at the viewer just like the Uncle Sam is in the recruitment poster. And this is what I call the big breadcrumb, the most obvious reference to make you look for other references. Like that the white part of the boy's hat is curved at the top, like the white rounded top of Uncle Sam's hat. The point of the left side of the white part of the hat is similar shape and white color as Uncle Sam's white collar on the viewer's left. Both people are wearing a bow tie. Murillo's bow tie has a point on the upper right side, and this white point is repeated on Uncle Sam's collar on the viewer's right. The top of the knot in Murillo's white bow tie is referenced by the top of Uncle Sam's white beard. Next, this is Madonna and Child, painted by Bartolome Esteban Murillo around 1655 to 1660. It's at the Palazzo Pitti in Florence. Here, both Madonna and Child and I Want You for U.S. Army used a red, white, and blue palette of colors. The Madonna faces the viewer and looks directly at the viewer with her mouth closed and a somber expression, just like Uncle Sam. Jesus also faces the viewer and is also looking at the viewer. Both the Child and Uncle Sam both have the same bent right arms. The Madonna's white sleeve has a similar curve and color as Uncle Sam's white sleeve. The Madonna's navy blue dress has folds in the left and right side, like the blue folds of Uncle Sam's coat sleeves. The red angled shape of the Madonna's shirt under Jesus' right arm is a shape and color like the angle shape of Uncle Sam's bright red bow tie on the viewer's right side. Next, take a look at Virgin and Child with a Rosary, painted around 1650 to 1655 by Bartolome, Esteban, Murillo. It's at the Prado Museum in Madrid. The Virgin and Child and Uncle Sam all face the viewer. The Virgin has a similar nose as Uncle Sam as well. Again, here's a red, white, and blue palette, just like the flag poster. The Virgin's right fingers go horizontally like Uncle Sam's right fist. The fourth and fifth fingers are especially similar. The navy blue cloth in the lower left of the Murillo painting has a zigzag shape like the front of Uncle Sam's navy jacket underneath his pointing arm. The very dark blue in Virgin and Child with a Rosary, just to the right of Jesus, is a shape and color like the dark blue part of Uncle Sam's left collar on the viewer's right. The wide horizontal shape of the off-white color of the Virgin's right hand and Jesus' left arm is echoed in the wide off-white horizontal shape of the top of Uncle Sam's hat. The left side of Jesus' bare belly is referenced in the right cheek of Uncle Sam, the viewer's left cheek. Next, we look at Boys Eating Grapes and Melon, painted by Murillo around 1650. It's at the Alte Pinakothek in Munich. The grapes in the lower left in Murillo's painting make a rounded point at the bottom, which is repeated with the lower left of the front of Uncle Sam's shirt. The boy on the left has his right arm up and curved like the top of Uncle Sam's hat. The half moon of white plate on the lap of the boy on the right has a similar shape and color as the half moon shape at the top of Uncle Sam's beard. The melon held by the boy on the right has a white point to the right, like the point to the right of Uncle Sam's white collar on the viewer's right. Bartolome Esteban Murillo's boy on the right wears a suit coat and has his right arm bent, like Uncle Sam does. Next, looking at the Holy Family with a Bird, painted around 1650 by Bartolome Esteban Murillo. It's at the Museo del Prado in Madrid. Jesus raises his hand with his right wrist extending out from his white shirt cuff, similar to Uncle Sam's right wrist extending out from his white shirt sleeve. Jesus curled his right hand into a fist, and Uncle Sam has a similar pose with his right hand in a fist except for his pointing finger. The curved white top of the dog's head is like the curved white top of Uncle Sam's hat. The brown curve of the bottom of the brown basket is like the brown curve at the bottom of Uncle Sam's hat. Next, looking at the Heavenly and Earthly Trinities, painted by Murillo around 1675 to 1682. It's at the National Gallery in London. Here, Joseph, kneeling on the right, faces the viewer and is also looking at the viewer like Uncle Sam. God, in the top of the painting, is sporting white hair and a white beard, like Uncle Sam. The curved white wings of the dove have a shape like the curve in the opposite direction on the brim of Uncle Sam's white hat. The blue blanket on the Virgin Mary has similar ripples on the left edge as the ripples on the viewer's left edge along the arm of Uncle Sam's blue suit coat. Next, we're looking at Girl with Fruit and Flowers, painted around 1655 to 1660 by Bartolome Esteban Murillo. It's at the Pushkin Museum of Fine Arts in Moscow. The flower girl faces the viewer and looks at the viewer like Uncle Sam does. The flower girl's left arm extends out from her white sleeve, and her left hand has 3 curled fingers, an extended index finger, like Uncle Sam's right arm extending from his white sleeve, and right hand with extended index finger and curled other fingers. The small white flower petals in the girl's fruit basket resembles the white curly hair of Uncle Sam. The flower girl's red apron has an angular outline like the bow tie of the same red-colored tie worn by Uncle Sam. The white top of the flower girl's headdress has a shape and color like the top of the hat worn by Uncle Sam. Next, this is Madonna and Child, painted around 1670 by Murillo. It's at the Gemäldegalerie Gallery Alta Meister in Dresden, Germany. Again, there's a red, white, and blue palette, and the Madonna and Child both face the viewer, and Jesus is looking at the viewer like Uncle Sam. The Madonna has her right elbow bent like Uncle Sam, but slightly rotated. It would not surprise me at all to rediscover that James Montgomery Flagg multi-referenced other artists as well. This is just another example of a master artist using the secret multi-referencing technique, a technique that I think has been used for at least the last 7 centuries. And if you want to really understand master art or create master art, you need to understand the multi-referencing technique. And all of my videos show different examples of this. I also have a free newsletter where I talk about tools for understanding and creating master art. I hope you subscribe. Thank you for watching.